So we're here today to see if two of the biggest people can get in the smallest car. It's lightweight, it's powerful, and it's apparently really fun to drive. It's a B18 C4 GT28 powered Mini Clubman.
Quite loud. Quite loud.
For those of you interested in continuity, this is exactly the same day and we're wearing the same clothes. Get used to it. Alec, do you want to actually tell us? No, it's not. It's not an Initiate show at Goodwood, which has been absolutely fantastic. I think we've spoken off camera some time ago, which was the same day, about this. So how long has this taken you from like buying it as a standard car to what it is today?
13 years actually on the road.
Okay.
So it took me 2 years to actually build it.
Right, okay.
So I've had it a long time.
Yeah, you've had it a long time, but that is like, it's a lot to do in 2 years. That's working around your daily job, I presume.
Yeah. But I originally put it on the road as normally aspirated.
Okay.
So it's about 190 horsepower.
Yeah.
And then it developed. I wanted more power, like everybody wants more power.
Yeah. And it's got so much motor, it doesn't actually fit in the engine bay. Some of it's out the front.
I run out of room.
That's it. Yeah, a little bit like my dad's in the same way, but different. So how much power is it making now?
About 350.
Oh, okay. But the car weighs
800.
800 kilos.
Maybe a bit more.
It strikes me that, you know, you're the same height as me, give or take, probably taller actually, I reckon.
Yeah, I'd say taller. I'm more handsome.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's it anyway, yeah. You picked the tiniest car for a guy like yourself. What made you go for something as small as this?
I just like small cars. My brother was in the small cars.
Just more fun, do you reckon?
Fun, yeah.
You can chuck them, man, on the road and that, I suppose. Well, it is a piece of work. So the engine's not standard, presumably. Do you want to give us a couple bullet points on the motor?
So the internals are standard.
Okay.
Everything else is not.
Yeah, including the turbo, which I may have got wrong earlier, which is a
GTX 28.
Right, okay, and that's capable of probably more than what it's making.
A lot more than what we're using on. But full boost, 2,900.
Yeah, so it's on straight away and its peak power is like up there. Bear in mind, I think the original engine probably would have been 60 horsepower, or are we talking like?
It's probably 49.
Okay. Right, so it's only making 7 times the power it did when it came out of the factory, which is what we like on Motor Relics. I want to just talk about a couple of the bits in the front end here. So, obviously the B18 doesn't just go straight in.
No.
The inner strut, I mean, how much of this have you had to fabricate yourself? How's it different from the factory?
The whole front end.
Right, okay. So just, you make that sound, it always makes it sound so simple. Just the front end, just built the front end. But the front suspension is on coilovers.
Yep.
And you made like a subframe for it at the front, did you? How did you go about that?
Yeah, complete subframe. It's had like a body drop.
Okay.
On the suspension, that's why it sits so low. It's got no valve block in the intake manifold.
Okay.
Runs methanol.
Oh, you're on methanol as well? Is that mapped into the ECU?
Yes.
What ECU are you running on there?
Link.
Okay, yeah, it's supposed to be good, that. And that's like, does it come in at a certain point, does it, the methanol?
Half throttle, 4,000 RPM.
Okay, and what is it, like 30%? There's a separate tank for the methanol, presumably, right, okay. It's so tightly packaged, how you can, you've got no inner wings or anything now. I mean, you're actually buying a bit of space there. I can see your master, is this the master cylinder over here, or is that a brake bias valve or something?
Bias.
And it's all crammed in so tightly. What's it like on the road?
It's a handful.
Yeah. How fast have you been in it? Obviously, in Mexico.
Around here, actually.
Around the racetrack, yeah, exactly that.
It'd do 130.
It would do 130, but that must feel like 200 miles an hour in something this small.
It's not too bad because it's quite sturdy.
Sort of stable, yeah.
Stable, so.
Has it turned out as you wanted it to?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you, if you were going to change anything on it going forwards, like, you know, you've had it for a fair while now, if you were going to change anything, what would you change, like, going forwards?
Redesign the suspension.
Oh, okay.
Get rid of all the mini stuff.
Yeah, yeah, and just make it more,
Yeah.
like, and that includes the rear, presumably, as well.
The rear's beam axle,
Oh, right, okay.
so that's already been done.
And you just play around with the front.
Yeah.
We'll have a quick look inside. I'm sure you're going to see shots of this from the inside, but the interior, we did mention this off camera, but you've gone to some length to make this like usable,
Yes.
also modern. So you've got no mechanical dials in there.
No.
And
Well, yeah, fuel gauge, temperature still works. Speedo is off on the centre one, but
Yeah.
it's correct on the tablet.
but it still works essentially. It's
Yeah.
just slightly incorrect. But you run it, so the link goes through the iPad.
Yeah, so the link sends out a signal to the tablet, and then everything's on there.
Right, and you got all your, you could, I suppose you could change what telemetry
Can,
you
yeah.
want to look at
Where
the
you
time.
want it.
It's weird because you still retain the electric windows as
Yeah.
well.
Well, it didn't have electric windows.
So you put them in.
Yeah, that's a luxury.
And what's this for here?
That's for the heater.
Oh, okay, so you've still got heaters in there.
Yeah.
That's a bonus because it is quite sparse. Minis don't have a lot in them anyway, but this is like, it's still pretty bare bones. I wouldn't be surprised if this weighs less than 800 kilos at a guess, but I suppose the engine weighs more than the factory one. We'll have a look in the rear then. Do you want to open the back up for us? Because there is a tailgate there in the way, but is there anything in the boot? Is it just a fuel cell?
Fuel cell, swell part, or methanol,
Okay.
pump and bolt. So
Nice and simple, and actually sounds like it's going to be a ride. So we're going to get out on the road in it right now.
Let's check out a car vertical report of a Mini that doesn't look so great. Okay, so looking at the report, I can see green for mileage, so that's great. I can see green for legal status, so that's great too. But I can see amber for damage, not so great. And actually, I can scroll down to July 2019. I can see some photographs of some damage. It looks like mostly front end. The airbags haven't gone off, so wouldn't be the hardest thing to repair and put back on the road, but looking like it probably needs wing, bonnet, bumper, headlight, but definitely something someone could fix. Scrolling down a bit further, I can see, yep, no issues found on theft, so that's great. It's not wanted or stolen, so that's great too. And I can see the mileage looks about average as well. But damage, there's 3 records for this. Not been crashed once, twice, but 3 times this vehicle's been crashed. So I can see here, it's been crashed in 2011, crashed in 2013, and then crashed in 2019, and then the assessment was done in 2020. So if you see this car for sale with a clean title, the advertiser's saying there's nothing wrong with this car, you know, because your car vertical check, it's had a really dodgy past. 3 accidents, so this is definitely one to avoid. And this is why you should always do your checks. Thousands of cars every year are written off, fixed and put back on the road in an attempt to hide their shady past. Even better, if you use the code that's on the screen now, ADDICTS20, you can save yourself 20% on your next car vertical check. Be smart, do a check, and save yourself literally thousands. Now, let's get back to that Mini.
Yeah, we're ready.
right, let's go.
We are in the Mini VTEC Turbo. I don't know if you can hear what I'm going to say, because a lot of it's going to be expletives, but we're just about to find out. So how powerful did you say? 400 horse, right, okay. And it weighs about as much as one of my shoes.
Yeah, about 800.
It is so disconcerting sitting this low. You must much is it torque steering much? Do you have to fight with it?
A little bit.
Bit. It's early in the morning to be experiencing this, you know. I just took a casual drive to go get my coffee this morning. And you drove it 3 hours to get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, go all the way around and we'll go back down the motorway, I think. The looks. So what other cars, apart from this, what other stuff do you have? You got a bit of a list, haven't you?
Mark 1 TT,
Yeah.
B5 Passat,
Yeah.
Mark 3 Golf GTI.
Which is you're gonna do some interesting stuff with that, yeah. Oh, the Jimny as well?
That's customers.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Ah. Should have a bit of an opening. Attention than we do. Oh no, it's ambulance. That's wicked. You'll never get bored of that, would you? That is wicked. That's it, yeah. That you would, if you had a spare hour, you would just go and put some fuel in it just to go and drive it.
Yeah. It's just fun.
Just because, yeah, because it's fun, exactly that. And it's so revvy as well.
It's aggressive,
Yeah.
it's small.
But you don't have to be, because it's so small and like nippy, you don't have to be pulling 100 miles an hour to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You can get to 70, 80 miles an hour and it feels like you've had your fun there,
Yeah.
you know. You must find it quite rewarding. There must be a huge sense of gratification knowing that you've done all of this yourself.
Yeah.
You must find that really satisfying.
Feels like you've achieved something.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when it's up and running and you can drive it for 3 hours and know that it's all good because you've had a handle on every single part of it. So there you have it. That is what a B18C turbo goes like in a car that weighs less than your shoe. Well, love this. We actually parked it in exactly the same place. We went out in this genuinely a minute ago, but the space was still there. We parked it in exactly the same space. My sleeves are up, so you know something happened in the meantime. But no, I've had great fun in this, and I'm sure you guys like what we're doing with this because it's different. Engine swap, the guy's built it all himself, and it's not just a motor swap. Built all the front suspension, front subframe, everything, and it's an absolute work of art. If you like what you saw today, then we've got more stuff coming up. There's more stuff for the channel. We're doing lots of shows this year, and we've got more of our own project cars coming up as well as the 406. So stick with us. If you like what you saw, like, share, comment, subscribe. Ladies and gents, today, that is your lot.